clouds, a little bit of wind, not so much. If you even look on the radar where we are, it's kind of not so close to it. We're gonna here in New York City, we're gonna skirt it a little bit. We're gonna skirt the nasty part, if you will. And if you see right here, kind of here's where we are, right here, and not looking too bad. The most of the nasty is west of us, so it's very nice. And the way it's flowing, hopefully, Isaias will kind of just keep on going that way. Sorry to my friends and family up in the upstate New York area. You're gonna probably get hit harder than we will with the rain and the wind, but we've skirted this for now. I say that, and things will probably swing back this way. But how are you doing where you were? Did you have it? I know the Carolinas kind of got a little flooded, but still not even that bad. And all in all, it seems as if, at least for now, where Isaias has traveled, has not been as bad as people thought, especially on the East Coast. I know inland Florida got it pretty badly, but then the Carolinas, maybe not so much, an experience that they were used to, having had worse. And even here, we have had, even recently as last week, we've had worse rain and a little bit more powerful storm than what we're getting right now anyway in New York City. But it is here, it is come through, and it will maybe pass quicker. It's a very fast moving storm, faster than you may expect some hurricanes and tropical storms to have moved through. So that's a good plus on our side. Hopefully it'll just keep going through and pass through even upstate New York and through New England and get out of here and leave us all alone. But what has your experience been? Very curious. And at this point, knowing that it's a little bit scary sometimes, because there is a lot of reports of tornadoes and swirling, and that's the one thing that we haven't seen a lot with storms that have come through, even with Sandy, that this is bringing a lot of tornado action up and down the East Coast, primarily since it's come north of the Carolinas. And so it's very interesting to see what has happened, what is going on, and where it's moving through. Now, don't get me wrong; it's not a storm to blow off and to think there's nothing going on with it, because it is a serious storm. Anything that brings the amount of wind and rain and flooding that this storm or a tropical storm brings is serious. Can cause the damage. Can cause serious delays in the city and in suburbs. Flooding is never good, especially over here. Especially in our neighborhood, the Upper West Side, it doesn't take much to flood the West Side Highway. A nice little rainstorm does it, let alone a tropical storm coming through. So both here in the city and upstate New York, definitely probably going to see some flooding. So it's just very interesting to see how much we prepare for a storm like this, and especially here in New York City, learn a lot and gain a lot of insights to how to combat, if you will, a hurricane or a tropical storm since Sandy. And now, even for a storm like this, there's been barricades that we've not seen before in New York City, put down in the Battery area in lower Manhattan to protect the seawall, protect the rise of any water, so nothing like Sandy happens, regardless of the power of this storm, because you just don't know. Storms can turn on a dime, and you don't know how much rain it's going to bring. It could just change. I could talk to you, and 10 minutes later, it's a massive, massive downpour for hours, and you get 4 to 6 inches. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it can definitely be a lot and affect a lot of places. And those of you that are well aware of what's going on in New York City right now, we don't need anything else. We don't need anything else to hurt our businesses. Like today's a washout. Since we only have outdoor dining, most of the places probably will not see a customer today. Maybe if this blows out quick enough, they can set up for dinner. Hopefully that's the case. We pray that that's the case for most of our restaurants, particularly our friends that we love but we want to see this storm get in, get out, so that we can try and rescue the restaurants and our establishments can rescue this day, much needed. So a storm is very interesting, and right now it's calm again. We just had a little buzz come by with a downpour and some hard rain, not a lot of wind. So we'll see where it goes. I'm curious to know where it was where you were. What happened? What did you get? Did you get anything yet? Are you still expecting it? And so just always be prepared. Never take the weather for granted, and be safe about it, and don't risk anything. Do not drive in flooded streets. I don't see how many times I see that where somebody tries to drive in a flooded street. Your car is not, even if you have an SUV or a car where your tires are 16 feet off the ground, don't do it. Be safe, and let's get through this storm, and let me know what your experiences were like. You can always hit me up on Twitter or Instagram, AD_Foster. I'd love to hear you. Love to hear your feedback on my little jaunts on here every once in a while. Try and share things. Just give you an opportunity to talk. I will be back later on. It is Tuesday. It is time for my Tuesday 10 Talk, which is not this, and I'll bring that to you later on. And we're going to talk movies, particularly summer movies, which there aren't really a lot of. So thanks for listening. Hope you caught it, and be safe, and wish away this tropical storm wherever you are, and be glad if you are not in its path that you are not going to get it. Cheers.